Okay, okay. So hello everyone. Hello our students. I know you're very nervous and you don't want me to talk. You just want to get on with it. And I know you're very excited and I know you've been practicing all day. So I've seen you working hard. I'm sure it's going to be amazing. Thank you for our judges who came from a long way and they need to catch a breath. And I'm sure they are looking forward to your presentation. Thank you as well for the faculty here. And also thank you for the parents coming here to encourage. So we really appreciate you being here because you've been suffering for all these years, listening to our students, how hard they work, and I'm sure you want to see the end result. Today is going to be an amazing day, and there's not much more for me to say except that I hope you can appreciate what went through behind the doors of the hard work that the students did to bring these campaigns for us. Thank you, Doctor.
Okay, thank you again for coming. Today we have two teams, two creative, smart teams. They will have about 25 minutes to present. After their presentations, they will have, let's say, 10 minutes questions. The judges and Dr. Mustafa, they will ask them some questions about the creativity, about the strategy, the thinking. And then we will have the second team, they will present. Also, they will have about 25 minutes plus questions. After the two presentations, the judges, we will go outside for about 5 minutes, 10 minutes deliberation. We will come back, and then after that, we will announce the awards. And then we have about 4 categories for the awards. So we have, the first one is the best presenter. The second one is the best strategy. We have the best pitch and the best campaign. So these are the categories we have. Without much talk, I would like to invite the first team to come and then present. Welcome and good luck.
Before starting, we want to offer the judge with some acai, the traditional fruit of Brazil, and a Brazilian coffee. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is with great pleasure that I welcome you to this esteemed gathering. On behalf of the entire team, I would like to extend a warm welcome to each one of you. Thank you for being here today to witness the culmination of our hard work and dedication. So I would like to take this opportunity to express our heartfelt gratitude to our judges coming from the prestigious agency Ogilvy. Your presence and participation in this event means a lot to us. I would also like to express our deepest appreciation to Professor Harris for his unwavering support and guidance throughout this journey. He has been a constant support for us and inspiration and has pushed us to strive for excellence. We wish him a speedy recovery. So we are thrilled to be here today and cannot wait to share our creative ideas and strategic thinking with all of you. Thank you for your attention, and we hope you will enjoy our presentation. Okay, so we will begin by diving into the problems we identified in Visit Brazil, along with our proposed solutions to address them. Our campaign planning section outlines our strategic approach, while our digital story delves into the creative strategies for our campaign. Next, we will explore the role of our chosen media channels along with our event strategy. So first things first, I would like to introduce my teammates, ones who I had the honor of working with throughout this whole semester. So Sasha Afsh, aka the influencer. Khawli Arshi, the one who asks too many questions. Ala Faris, the professional one. Smirti Shadat Puri, the one who's always early. We have Salahuddin Bilal, who is the quiet genius. And myself, Day Khalil, the team captain. Okay. So the client's key problem is low levels of tourism and investment in the UAE due to the lack of knowledge about Brazil amongst UAE residents. So that led to misperceptions that Brazil is an immodest country, it's dangerous, it's economically unstable, despite Brazil having a wide range of attractions, an emerging market, and a highly diversified economy. So to address these misperceptions, our solutions include building a new image of Brazil, one that captures the essence and rich culture of Brazil, and in addition, we will also be highlighting investment opportunities in Brazil to showcase their growing economy. So this will involve generating insights about tourism trends amongst UAE residents, as well as highlighting investment opportunities in Brazil. So the client's KPIs will be measured by increasing tourism and investment by 10% over a year. So now, Khawla will be talking about the campaign planning.
Moving on to the campaign planning, we are targeting UAE residents 25 years old and above, high resource individuals. We are targeting as well Gen X, millennials and zillennials. Gen X and millennials are known for being financially secure and love traveling and are willing to invest in foreign businesses. While zillennials, on the other hand, are more conscious about their financial spending, so they prefer spending their money on experiences rather than expensive long-term purchases, which actually makes them a great target for Brazilian adventure. As for our VALS analysis, we are targeting innovators, experiencers, and achievers. Innovators are open for new ideas, experiences, while experiencers are actually motivated by these. They're motivated by experiences and self-expression. However, achievers are actually already established, and they are family-oriented and prefer established services and products that they can be able to present them to their families, peers, and friends. This makes them actually our high-hanging fruit. Moving to our branding and messaging analysis, regarding Brazil's position, Brazil actually falls in the middle of the positioning map. This is actually going to attract people that are willing to have a high quality experience without breaking the bank. Additionally, the rich culture of Brazil and its amazing activities and experiences actually is an opportunity for investment even. Okay, moving on. The brand image is actually lacking here. Here we have the brand image is lacking due to the lack of awareness about Brazil. People know about Brazil only about their beaches, rainforests, nothing beyond that. That's why we aim to promote Brazil as a diverse and multicultural country, showcasing its various ecosystems, rhythms, and colors through social media accounts and marketing efforts. Finally, moving to the brand identity, the brand identity actually reflects to the logo of Visit Brazil, typographies, and brand name. The fluid shape in the logo of Visit Brazil indicates Brazil's open and free nature. Moving to the colors actually shows the beauty of Brazil, the spirituality and diversity. Finally, we actually aim to take these colors and put them and connect them to other cultures and traditions and activities to make people more aware and appreciate the Brazilian culture. Now moving on to Smriti, she will be talking about our key concept and our creatives.
Are you looking to experience something new and exciting? Look no further than Brazil. Our key concept, Kickstart Your Journey to Brazil, invites UAE residents to share in the rich culture and economy of Brazil. This is because both the countries share a deep love of the sport football. This phrase is ambiguous. You can either start your journey to travel or use the love for the sport to form a deeper connection with the country and start a new alliance. Coming to our slogan, a whole different ballgame that perfectly encapsulates our key concept. We're not just talking about soccer, but we're also talking about forming a new, deeper connection with Brazil. UAE residents will not only add Brazil to their travel bucket list, but will also consider forming a deep alliance with the country. We urge you to think of Brazil differently than how you used to perceive the country. So why wait? Let's start a whole different ball game and kickstart your journey to Brazil today. We're now going to be showing you our digital story.
Brazil, a country so vast with so much beauty to behold. It's a peace that's unsurpassed, a treasure trove of stories untold. Brazil, land of the sun, where golden beaches meet the sea, a place where music, dance, and fun are celebrated with glee. Visit Brazil. Visit Brazil.
From the digital story that you just saw, we're going to be showing you snippets for tourism, the football culture, and the investment opportunities in Brazil, respectively, in this order, beginning with a 30-second clip that depicts tourism in Brazil.
Visit Brazil.
Next, we have a 15-second clip that's going to show you how rich the football culture in Brazil is.
Visit Brazil.
And finally, we have a 10-second clip that shows you the investment opportunities in Brazil.
Visit Brazil.
Next, coming to our creative assets, we're going to have print ads, billboards, and our still photo ads. So for the three of them, we're going to have a cohesive look that connects with the audience and helps them identify with our campaign. The commonality between these three is going to be that they're going to have pictures that highlight the tourism and investment opportunities in Brazil, and they're going to show landmarks in Brazil such as Christ the Redeemer, the Copacabana beach, the windmill farms, and even the solar panels. They're all going to have our slogan, a whole different ball game printed on them, along with the Visit Brazil campaign logo as well. As for the billboards, they're going to be located at the Dubai Mall and also at the World Trade Center roundabout. We've gone with these two locations because these are high traffic areas that attract a lot of people, specifically our target audience, and they're forced to wait at least 5 to 10 minutes in the traffic there. That urges them to look at our billboards, and our billboards catch their attention and make them focus on Brazil as their next destination. So now Ala will talk about our media channels.
Following what now has been presented, let's begin by looking at legacy channels. We believe beIN Sports is a great TV channel for Visit Brazil because it primarily caters to sports fans, adventurous tourists, and people who enjoy outdoor activities. Brazil is home to some of the most well-known athletes and sporting events in the world, and the nation offers a vibrant sports culture. Brazil is famous for its passion for football and has hosted some of the most prestigious football competitions in the world, including the FIFA World Cup. Moving to radio, Virgin Radio 104.4 is an excellent radio station for travelers to Brazil because it appeals to music fans who want to experience new and intriguing musical cultures. Brazil has a diversified music culture that includes genres such as samba, forró, funk, and bossa nova. Music is an important component of Brazilian culture, and the country hosts numerous music festivals and carnivals that draw visitors from all over the world. The Visit Brazil campaign can introduce listeners to Brazil's music culture, festivals, and carnivals by leveraging Virgin Radio as an established legacy channel. The station can broadcast interviews with Brazilian performers, present some of the country's most popular music genres, and promote the country's music festivals and carnivals. This will inspire music lovers to plan a trip to Brazil to experience the country's vibrant music culture firsthand. Next, we'd like to look at newspaper. The Visit Brazil campaign can publish pieces that emphasize Brazil's distinctive cultural experiences, such as music, food, and art, by utilizing Khalij Times as a legacy channel. The newspaper can also highlight the country's history, architecture, and attractions, such as Rio de Janeiro's famed Christ the Redeemer statue. Furthermore, Khalij Times has a huge readership in the United Arab Emirates and the wider Middle East area, with many affluent and educated readers interested in seeing new and fascinating places. By focusing on this demographic, Visit Brazil can market Brazil as a must-visit destination that provides readers with a variety of distinct cultural and historical experiences. Moving to magazine, the Visit Brazil campaign can publish stories highlighting Brazil's cosmopolitan cities, including their restaurants and cultural attractions, by using Time Out as a legacy channel. The magazine can also feature Brazilian city festivals, such as the Carnival, that draw visitors from all over the world. Overall, Time Out is the best magazine for Visit Brazil in terms of promoting the country's urban culture and attractions, as well as attracting readers. Those readers who are specifically interested in visiting colorful and lively cities. The magazine can serve to enhance awareness of Brazil's vibrant cities and their attractions, as well as urge readers to visit the country. I'd like to now conclude my part by discussing our influencer of choice, Karen Wazan. Considered to be among the top female influencers in the Middle East, Karen and her husband, Ilyas, founded an investment company called Key Partners recently, which makes her very well suited for our campaign. She has a large audience base that is interested in investing, and they are much more likely to be receptive to her content. Her influence will raise awareness about the investment opportunities in Brazil to the relevant audience, and her content tends to also resonate well with a broad audience due to the various niches she works within, making her an excellent choice for a campaign aimed at promoting tourism in Brazil. And now Sash will present to you the social media and event strategy.
Our main platform for this campaign will be Instagram for various reasons. First and foremost, it has a targeted advertising aspect, which will allow us to reach our audience more effectively than that of Snapchat or TikTok. It is also known to be a very visually appealing app with over 1 billion active users per month. There's also a direct line of communication between the brand and the audience, which allows for more interaction and engagement. Now, for our hashtag strategy, we decided to go with the hashtag Visit Brazil because it's easy and memorable, straight to the point. This will also increase the likelihood of it being used consistently and frequently. It also is relevant to the goal of our campaign, which is to drive tourists to visit Brazil. So for our event strategy, we want to start off super strong with an event pop-up in Dubai Design District, where we'll have 3 interactive rooms. In the first room, guests will be able to experience the Amazon rainforest, where they'll be hearing sound effects of chirping exotic birds and haptic effects like mist to replicate the feeling of standing next to a waterfall. For the second room, there will be the beautiful city of Salvador, where guests will be able to go to the coffee stand, roast their own coffee beans, and take it to go. The room will be filled with coffee aroma and hopefully will instill in the guest's memory and mind their potential coffee experience in Brazil. The third room will showcase the solar energy farms and oil rigs that are there in Brazil. Brazil is known to be one of the major energy consumers in the world, so we think it's very important that guests see this. Through this room, we will show a glimpse of Brazil's growth potential and investment opportunity. Lastly, we'll have an interactive room called a football kick. This is where guests will be able to partake in a penalty shootout. The top 3 winners, second and third, will receive Brazilian souvenirs, and the first one will get a football Brazilian jersey with their name printed on it. To generate buzz, we're going to have a massive football floaty going around the waterways of the UAE, like Dubai Creek, Hatta, JBR. And on the football floaty, there will be a QR code. When this QR code is scanned, it'll take them to a landing page where they will see a time countdown as well as the location, which will be the Dubai Mall, but we will keep that mystery element and not tell them what the show will be. On the day of the show, which will be held at the Dubai Mall fountain, there will be bossa nova music playing, and once the fountain show ends, a flash mob will come out from the crowd, dancing traditional Brazilian dances like samba. The massive football will also be documented throughout the drone, and at the end of the campaign, we'll hopefully have a viral video. Right after the flash mob, we will end with our ad being presented on the Burj Khalifa. Thank you.
So together, our team brings a wealth of diverse skills and expertise to this project, and we are confident that our collective efforts will result in a successful outcome for our clients. Thank you so much for your attention, and we hope you enjoyed our pitch. Thank you.
Thank you for your presentation. So now we have about 15 minutes. We have 10 minutes, but because you have about 5 minutes, so we'll have about 15 minutes for questions. So I would like to invite the judges to enrich this amazing presentation. So, first question.
Thanks very much. Look, firstly, congratulations. Just to, I think, contextualize what people here are seeing today, this is a very, very tough brief. We've been working with the team and Professor Harris here for many years now, and each year what we try to do is increase the intensity of the brief, make it more realistic, make it as tough as possible to reflect the real world and where the state of the industry is and the pressure that clients are under, further and further away from purely academic, right? And you could see that in the brief today. It's not a case of we're showing you a SWOT analysis and we're showing you a demographic and we're showing you this. You're actually having to go into the problem, right? And when we do that, we take the sort of safety rails away, right? Because you're not following clear objectives. You're trying to get to the root of a problem. So to you and the team that's about to come up, huge congratulations for going into that, right? It's a tough one. And we're well aware of that. So I want to be clear on. I have a few questions. I think a few points I'd like to make I think are more important. Firstly, I think visually, the presentation, again, this is context for people who may not have been here or seen these presentations before, but what we've looked at is the importance of the details. And in the brief, we talk about this as well, something that we call pitch cheese, which does make all the difference, because if you're pitching to us and we're Visit Brazil today, we may be seeing 2, we may be seeing 3, we may be seeing 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 presentations, right? And what are we going to remember? And sometimes it's the details. Yes, it might be that when we go away and we read the presentation in depth, there's so much great stuff in there that's undeniable, but at the time, we are just human. So to come in and have the acai and a bit of coffee, which is going to wake us up, right? The timing, right? It's late in the day, we might have had a tough day. All these things make a difference. They mean that we remember you. So you deserve credit on what might seem irrelevant, but it's actually really important. So good job. I want to just, before I sort of hand over, there's a lot of points here, and I can talk to everyone sort of individually afterwards. I don't want to bore everyone here, but I think an important point that I wanted to ask on was, it didn't seem to me as though there was enough time spent in the problem itself. And this brief was all about being problem obsessed. And one of the key things that I want you all to take away from today is that you have to be problem obsessed. And what I mean by that is your solutions need to have problems. And I felt a little bit as though your solutions didn't really have problems. I wasn't sure what question you were answering for me, right? So if we go all the way back to the start, where we look at the problems and solutions page, it felt a little bit like that was just a reiteration of the brief itself. And what I want is for you to take my brief and dive into that and say, the reason why we're not getting enough people traveling to Brazil, or the reason why we're not getting enough investment in Brazil is something you hadn't thought of or seen. And you need to like hedge your bets on that, right? Go loud and proud and say, this is the problem. And either have us do one of 3 things. We're going to either say, yes, bang on, we know that, we're on the same wavelength. 2, we're going to say, we didn't know that, and that's brilliant. Or 3, we're going to say, you're completely wrong. But either way, you've got to lean on that, right? You've got to trust yourselves. And then everything that comes after that is related to that problem, right? There's what we call the red thread that goes throughout. And so, for example, when you talk about the football idea, I want to be proven at the start that there's a misconception that Brazil is just about football, right? And show me that research. Show me the insight through a focus group, for a study, whatever it might be, that the perception of Brazil locally is it's like the culture is football, and that's it. And then the play on a whole different ball game becomes very effective, because I know that it's going to resonate with people. Go ahead. Yes, please.
Okay, I feel like everything you just mentioned makes a lot of sense, that it was wrong that we didn't add it to the presentation. But I feel like how we came about to this conclusion that it's immodest, or that it has a dangerous economy and like all of that, is because I interviewed a lot of locals in AUS, particularly students, about why they don't go to Brazil, or why it's not even a destination they think of going. So all of them told me that because it's really immodest, like that's their perception of it, and because they think their economy is so bad, like it's like a very poor country and they're not gonna have fun there. And when I asked them what's their perception about Brazil, the first thing everyone said is football. So that's all they know. I feel like that's why we pointed on football, and why we specifically said that there's a lack of misperception. Like it's a very, like that's all they think about is football, and that it's a poor economy and all of that. So I feel like that's why we chose these certain aspects.
Okay, great. I mean, I assume there was something back there. So to that, great. A tip would be, make sure you bring that in.
Yeah.
Right? You want to like pound home what the finding is. Yeah. So that when you go on to the next slide and you show me the solution, I know what the question is that's being answered, right? So that's absolutely critical. Never have me questioning why, if that solution if my answer has a question, right? It's like showing me that you're the first person to show me Uber without telling me that there's a frustration around the costs and lack of modernity in the taxi industry. Yeah. If you leave that bit out, I'm just staring at an app, right? Even though the insight is there. So good answer. Bring that through, right? Bring that through. The creative, I'll touch on and then I'll hand over. when we got to the media channels, good justification, important, not just like we're going to go on radio, we're going to go on screen. This was your part, right? Good justification on what you're going to do there. That's really important. We want to see how you're going to utilize editorial, how you're going to utilize radio. That's good. Usually we just get people to say, we're going to put it in the papers, we're going to put it, yeah, right? That's good. Again, it felt a little bit like it was difficult to differentiate between the audiences. So when we looked at the beginning, there was sort of like explorers and innovators and stuff, and then we were sort of jumping between, here's what it would look like to someone who might invest, here's what it might look like to someone who's going to travel. I would try and differentiate those a little bit more, because I think the mindset would be different, what they're spending is different, how long they're going to stay there, very, very different. So try and differentiate those a little more clearly with sort of clear swim lanes, I think would be the key thing. But the thing I really loved, because it was a bit wacky, and this is what I was waiting for, was the installations, right? The activations. So we're waiting for someone to say, we're going to do something that's going to make people notice us. And half of the industry will tell you this is the worst idea you've ever had, and half will love it. And the giant floating ball around Dubai, like, I'm loving it. It's great. It's ridiculous. I don't know how easy it would be to scan a QR code and a gigantic floating ball down the creek. Mind you, you might have to look at the logistics, but like for a brief like this, that's the sort of thing that we want to see, right? And I think that the interactive rooms are very, very good as well. Very, very good. You bring that to life. I like that. Because what are we here to do, right? We're here to get people talking, remember things, right? Have recall on these type of things. So that's the experience. You brought it to life. I thought it was very, very good. That's all I've got for now. Congratulations. Really, really good.
I feel like you
Yeah, I was just going to touch on a point that he mentioned about the interactive rooms. Are you familiar with Aya Universe?
Yes.
So yeah, we kind of took inspiration from that because of the buzz it created, and it really did well. We were like, if we could make an Amazon rainforest in just a room, people will definitely remember that. And that's why we felt like that was such a powerful event to hold.
Thank you. Congratulations as well. I know it's not easy to stand in front of an auditorium full of people and present something that you've been working and rehearsing for hours, so congratulations. I'll echo a little bit of what Joe said. I won't delve too much, but I think, yeah, for me, diving into the problem a little bit more, just to really understand where the crux is. I mean, there were a few other elements I think we could have played on. Perhaps, you know, the duration of the flight is really far, the safety aspects, you know, really understanding maybe across different audience points why those are maybe inhibitors to get them to travel. Maybe is there some sort of partnership with an airline or with somebody else, something that just really solidifies that, you know, it's worth that extensive journey. I like the football element. I think it's really clever. I think, again, we could have dived a little bit deeper with that. The video was great, and I love how you incorporated the different elements for the different audiences and the cut downs for the investors and for the travelers. I think there could have been a bit more of carrying that football thread through the video. So how does football extend deeper than just football? Right? I think you were getting there, but I felt we could have gone just that step further to say, you know, football's in the culture, it's in the music, and sort of blend that together in a really nice way. But it was well done. What else? Did you design the logo?
Yeah.
Was that designed by you guys? Yeah.
No,
It's the actual logo. Okay. Yeah, I feel like you were touching upon playing with the colors and the what it represented there. So again, I felt like I wanted a bit more to understand maybe, you know, how your creative could have played into that. That was it. I loved the activation ideas. I would reiterate that. I think it was really clever. Again, I think there was potentially room to look at. I mean, I know I was at the Green Planet picture, I think. Yeah. Maybe tying in with something like that. I think there's also the Brazil Pavilion at Expo. I don't know if it's still there, but perhaps exploring something like that. But the activation and getting people to experience the look and feel and understand the attractions is really nice. I would just say, think about how you would then entice people to get there, right? Because obviously, like you said, there's Ayaverse, there's so many IA Universe. There's so many different things in Dubai, and it's such a super saturated space that it's trying to get people's attention. So just consider how maybe you're going to then get your different target audiences to visit that. But yeah, that's all I have to say. Well done.
Thank you. Thank you.
Would you like to respond to that? Okay, but we have another question from Dr. Mustafa.
Yes, congratulations on hard work and excellent campaign. I have two questions. One of them, the type of research you did to inform your message strategy. And the other question is research you did that inform your media strategy. I felt that probably you need to include more slogans, probably in Arabic. This is for UAE nationals, right? Basically. Target audience. Okay, in general, right? Okay, in general. So, two questions.
Thank you very much.
Media strategy and message.
Good luck. Would you like to answer?
I'm confused.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, thank you for your presentation. Would you like to respond to the question?
Do you want to?
No need.
Well,
خلاص.
we'll talk to him.
Yeah, that's fine with me. Okay, thank you very much for your presentation. Job well done, thank you. So, I would like just to say, please, can you mute your mobile phones? So it disturbs the presenters. So I would like now to invite second team, Women in Motion, to the stage, and then I wish you good luck. So we have 25 minutes. You need the microphone? Good luck.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Today, our agency, Women in Motion, has the pleasure of presenting our campaign pitch for Visit Brazil. We have a talented team who have worked tirelessly to develop a compelling strategy that will create a positive image of Brazil and inspire tourists and investors to visit Brazil. Firstly, I'm going to be running you through what we will be presenting today. We will begin by drawing the red line. Then we will talk about our audience segmenting and messaging, and lastly, we will discuss our campaign strategy and social media strategy. My name is Salam Mahrez, and I'm the campaign strategist of the team. And now introducing our team members, Sama Samir, our social media strategist, Noor Mahfouz, our head of marketing, Jana Isa, our branding strategist, and Tiana Nasser, our creative director. And now I will begin by drawing the red line, where I will discuss the key problem, key objective, and our KPIs. Our key problem is that tourists and investors have a lack of awareness and incorrect perception of Brazil, which prevents tourists from visiting this amazing country. Our objective is to create a positive perception of Brazil and depict it as a destination with beautiful nature, a rich culture, and a stable and growing economy. To achieve our objective, we have developed an integrated strategy that includes the use of digital stories, legacy media, and a social media campaign. Our campaign will address the lack of exposure to commercials and other information that would otherwise encourage tourism and investment from the United Arab Emirates. Our key performance indicators will measure the success of our campaign. We aim to increase the number of UAE residents visiting Brazil, increase financial investment from the UAE to Brazil, and improve the brand image of Brazil as a tourist destination. We believe that our strategy will have a significant impact on increasing tourism and investment from the UAE to Brazil. Our team is confident that our campaign will create a lasting impression and positive perception of Brazil. I would now like to invite our head of marketing, Noor Mahfouz, to present our audience segmentation.
I'm thrilled to discuss with you today our target audience for the Visit Brazil campaign. Our aim is to attract a diverse group of men and women in the UAE with ages ranging from 26 to 50 years old who have moderate to high incomes. This includes married couples, young families, investors, and business owners. We are targeting individuals who are educated and appreciate the finer things in life. Allow me to emphasize the core values that the Visit Brazil campaign aims to embody. We aspire to attract individuals who hold their work, family, personal development, sustainability, and adventure in high regards. These values represent the very essence of what we stand for, and we believe that they are the key components to a fulfilling life. We are looking to attract members of Generation X, Millennials, and Gen Z who embody these values. Our campaign will specifically focus on innovators, thinkers, and experiencers. These individuals are receptive to new ideas, social change, and are driven by their desire for personal development and adventure. Innovators are on the cutting edge of change, while thinkers are responsible and practical consumers. Experiencers are the youngest segment who have high salaries and are passionate about expressing themselves. Now, my colleague Jenna Isa will present the next segment, branding and messaging.
Okay, so moving forward to our next segment of our presentation, which is branding and messaging. It is important to know that tourism is a crucial component of any country's economy, and the branding of a nation plays a pivotal role in attracting tourists from around the world. Let's delve deeper into the brand position of Visit Brazil. In comparison to its competitors, such as Costa Rica and Mexico, Brazil can offer the same beautiful beaches and rainforests at a more affordable cost. Furthermore, Brazil is considered a safer and a more developed nation, which puts Brazil in a favorable position when compared to its rivals. Brazil is the highest ranked country in South America for real estate investments, providing the best value and return on investment in the region. Moving on to the brand promise of Visit Brazil, it is to discover Brazil's bold beauty, your ticket to great adventures and memorable moments. This promise encompasses the nation's diverse and fascinating cultures, breathtaking natural landscapes, and a wide range of travel experiences available to tourists. The commitment to adventure and life-changing experiences aims to evoke feelings of anticipation and excitement, enticing tourists to choose Brazil as their next holiday destination. The brand identity of Visit Brazil is characterized by its user-friendly and visually stunning website and digital assets, providing valuable information on the nation's vacation destinations, attractions, and activities. The social media channels offer inspiring and captivating content that more effectively reflects the brand's personality and values. The Visit Brazil color scheme is vibrant and strong, symbolizing Brazil's diversity, while the brand's photography showcases the nation's natural beauty, cultural diversity, and unique experiences. The brand image of Visit Brazil portrays the country as a friendly, exciting, and welcoming location that provides tourists with a memorable travel experience. Visitors can explore, learn, and unwind and immerse themselves in Brazil's rich culture. The brand image is reinforced by a consistent visual design that features a dynamic logo, vivid colors, and appealing imagery that highlights the nation's landmarks, natural beauty, and cultural diversity. In conclusion, Visit Brazil's branding and messaging analysis presents the nation as a compelling and attractive tourist destination. The brand's promise of adventure and life-changing experiences coupled with its user-friendly and visually stunning digital assets, positions Visit Brazil as a leader in the tourism industry. The brand image is inviting, approachable, and inspiring, encouraging tourists to discover Brazil's unique culture and natural beauty. Now, my colleague Tiana Nasser will be covering the next segment of our presentation, which is the campaign strategy.
So we came up with a creative and innovative, also a very wacky marketing strategy that we know is gonna generate so much buzz and also gonna basically be one of the many reasons as to why our campaign is hopefully going to be successful. Our guerrilla marketing strategy consists of a huge chocolate bar prop that is going to be placed in different locations across the UAE where we know exactly where our target audience is going to be at. For example, Kite Beach Dubai, Kite Beach Al Quwain, Dubai Mall, City Walk, and so many more different locations. The chocolate bar prop, as you can see behind me on the screen, will have a timer counting down the days and the hours till the launch of our campaign. Once the campaign launches, all the screens will light up displaying shorts of our digital story and our tagline, "Take a bite." You'll understand everything at the end of the presentation after you watch our digital story. Just had to put that in. Visitors will also have a chance to scan the QR code and register to get a chance to win a free and exclusive private tour to visit one of Brazil's famous cocoa factory. Now on to the events. We plan to have a pop-up at the Dubai Entertainment Amusement Exhibition where our stall will be an interactive stall where our visitors will be given a VR set to wear, as you can see, and a chocolate bar. And with every bite they take, they will be able to visually and virtually experience and get a taste of Brazil and what Brazil has to offer, whether it would be for investment purposes or also touristic purposes. Now, we hope that this changes the perception people in the UAE have on Brazil. And we also hope that this creates a sense of excitement for people to actually want to go and explore Brazil and want to learn more about Brazil and also visit Brazil. Thank you so much. Now I'm gonna hand the mic to Sama, who's gonna be discussing in more details about the social media strategies. Thank you.
Well, before we dive into the social media strategy, we would just like to show you our visuals first, which we will be used for our billboards and on social media. Here we have a chocolate bar as a luggage, and it opens, and inside of it you can see so many tourist attractions of Brazil. Over here, again, it's a flight, as if you're traveling to Brazil. Again, mainly we're working around the whole chocolate because it's like what's popular about Brazil. And here, it's the same thing, here, the Cristo Redentor and the national bird of Brazil. So these will be our posters for print media. Now, after analyzing different social media platforms, we decided that TikTok and Instagram are perfect for our humorous and lighthearted campaign. And here's why. TikTok is a unique platform that encourages people to be creative and original. So, we will use the popular hashtag challenge feature to promote user-generated content and generate buzz around our campaign. We also plan to use this platform to reach a wider audience by creating entertaining and shareable content. So we will be creating an exclusive TikTok filter called Bite to the Beat. When users will use this filter, they will virtually bite into a chocolate, and once they do, Brazilian music, such as the one playing in the back, will play, and with every bite, the scene will change to show different sceneries and tourist attractions from Brazil. As for Instagram, we will utilize it to run contests and giveaways to increase engagement with our content. For example, as Tiana said, we will plan to offer a free ticket to the famous cocoa plantation Villa Rosa in Brazil. This will be used in conjunction with our guerrilla marketing to raise awareness for our campaign and generate interest in visiting Brazil. Now let's discuss the hashtags we plan to use for this campaign. Hashtag Visit Brazil will be our primary hashtag to promote travel and tourism in Brazil, while hashtag Invest in Brazil will be used to showcase investment opportunities in Brazil. And thirdly, we will use hashtag Experience Brazil to highlight the diverse cultural experiences that Brazil has to offer. Finally, let's talk about our chosen influencer for this campaign, Haifa Basiso. Haifa is an experienced traveler who has visited over 60 countries. She has a large following on both Instagram and TikTok, which is the social media platforms we are planning to use, and her followers appreciate her honest and accessible content. Also, her cultural sensitivity and ability to communicate in multiple languages makes her the perfect influencer to collaborate with, as she can connect with both the locals and the expats in the UAE. Not to mention, she studied at the American University of Dubai, making her culturally aware and knowledgeable to effectively influence the people of the UAE so they can visit and invest in Brazil. And now, our digital story. It's a bit funny and wacky. We hope you like it.
One moment, please.
Take a bite.
Thank you.
Another amazing presentation. So I would like to invite the judges to really enhance our understanding of this presentation.
Congratulations. I'm still laughing from that video. Congratulations, beautiful presentation, really captivating visually especially. I think your guerrilla marketing touch was really nice. I love that you've played on the Coco link. I think there was definitely room to go a little bit deeper with that, but it was a nice touch. It was a nice link. I just think, again, kind of reiterating what was said to the last group, just really delving into that problem to sort of identify why you went down that route. So, you know, is it because people in the UAE have a particular affinity for chocolate and sweets? You know, just build on that link and really strengthen it. But it's a beautiful link. But then again, yeah, just diving a little bit deep into maybe what role that plays in Brazilian culture and how it links back to the target audience that you have. Nice use of event and activation as well. I think, you know, picking an event to push your message through and your campaign through is always smart. You looking maybe at your investment audience particularly there, and then again into your wider audiences with where you've placed your activation throughout the city. The visuals were beautiful and artistic. I think I sort of feel that, you know, I got the look and feel of what Brazil was about just by looking at the colors and the graphics. I didn't even really need to look further to perhaps what the message was. So that's something that I think will really stick with people. So congratulations on that. Yeah, I think that's my point. My points. Congratulations, and well done on the video as well. I think using humor is always a sure way to get people to remember you and remember your campaign. So well done.
I think I just need to take a minute to process what we saw here. Who designed the posters?
We all did. We all actually sat together, brainstormed a couple of ideas. We wanted all the posters, when you set them aside, like side by side, to kind of resonate with each other and actually tell a story without even watching the digital story. So all of us.
Yeah, I mean they are superb. I mean conceptually they are superb, right? Like visually they look great, but conceptually so good. Like there is such a lack of attention and focus on the craft of what we do when you get into communications. If you're an art director, you know, your whole life is about that. If you're a filmmaker, your whole life is about that. When you're having to do it all, craft can often get left behind. But the craft is brilliant. They're stunning, really stunning. I want to start with some questions, and there's a lot of positive things to say, so I'm going to start on the negatives, if you don't mind. Okay?
Bring it on.
From the very beginning, and similar to Team 1, you talk about the problem was negative perception of Brazil. How did you land on that problem?
Okay, well, we kind of actually did a survey. We went around, we didn't focus on students at AUS because our target audience is ages 25 and above. So we went around like cafes, Kite Beach, as we mentioned in our project, and we asked people questions. We just asked them actually one question. What is like the first thought you get when we say the word Brazil? And they all said football or just the beach. But Brazil has so much more to offer, and that's what we're trying to tell people. Even in our digital story, you can see in the green screens, we try to show like visuals where people can actually go and invest and start businesses there. So that was also important. So going back to your question, we actually researched and talked to people and asked them what they thought about Brazil, and we came to a conclusion that it was the perception.
So that part, and don't worry, I'm not going to ask you why, but on the KPI part as well, these are two really important questions, because at the very end, you need to be able to answer the question, how is that going to happen, right? It needs to tie up.
Yeah.
So the whole, like, okay, the objective is we want to increase investment, we want to increase tourism, like, great, right? I think the previous team said by 10%. Yeah. Where does that number come from? How are you going to measure that, et cetera, et cetera?
Yeah, so we're planning, let's say if the campaign actually did happen, we're planning on measuring the KPIs by data that we can find online, by seeing if people are actually like starting to try, like after the launch of our campaign, are people getting excited by booking their flights and traveling to Brazil? Also by the social media insights, the exposure and the amount of reach and, you know, like the buzz that it creates.
So basically, word of mouth. Also, also when the investment side of the KPIs, we'd look at, for example, we'd see like if people actually went and started researching more about Brazil and investing into more different businesses, or like we said, the cocoa plantation factory. It's something very important. Also, we did research and we did find out that a lot of entrepreneurs here actually export and work with a lot of organizations in Brazil to get not just cocoa, but also coffee beans and so much more. So we're planning on looking through all of this stuff.
Okay, good, nice. So the final bit I want to say about this, and this applies to Team One as well, is we know nothing about the traveler. And in comms, the work you do, the conceptual work, the creative, everything, it is secondary. Trust me. You might not say that, and your clients won't say that, but it is secondary. It's all about who you're talking to. So we need to know about the traveler. So when you say, I don't know what a zillennial is, by the way, what is that? I put my hands up. I've never heard this phrase before.
It's early, like late Gen Z, early millennials.
Okay.
Like we would be zillennials.
Okay. The older your client gets, the more pissed off they're going to get with these terms, right? They like who's the person that is a solo traveler who's looking to go on holiday but isn't considering South America? How can I get them to move from the United States further south? Someone who wants to go to Australia, how can I get them to go here? Someone who wants to go to Africa, how can I get them to go here? Someone that wants to see Argentina, how can I get them to also go to Brazil, right? We need to know about these people. What are they spending? How many times a year do they travel? What airlines do they use? How far do they travel, right? That is when we know that, we know if your stuff is going to work. And we are going to invest, if a campaign like this, hundreds of thousands of dollars. So you've got to make sure that we are convinced, as I said before, that the answer is to the right question, okay? And then it leads nicely to, now, the positives. I love that you leaned in on the chocolate thing, right? You had full faith in the fact that chocolate is going to take thousands of people from the UAE over to Brazil, right? And I admire that. Again, I just want that one line that says, when I come off my audiences, what do all these people have in common? They love chocolate, right? Whether you've got tons and tons of data to prove that or not, but it kind of came out of nowhere. So by the end, I was up for it. I was like, do you know what? Let's go for chocolate. But at the beginning, I was like, where's this come from? Right? What's the insight that tells me that this is going to work as a theme? And if I was Cadbury's, I'd have given you my money already, right? Because for chocolate bars, it was very good.
Can I add
Please.
something? So when we were actually coming up with the campaign itself, like we wanted something wacky. We didn't want to give you a basic campaign. So when we came up with chocolate, we knew that if we just launched the campaign directly and just say, oh, chocolate, like take a bite, that's not going to make sense. So that's where our guerrilla marketing strategy comes in. And that's when, I don't know if you noticed, but there's a timer that counts down. So people are like, imagine walking into Kite Beach and just seeing a huge chocolate bar prop with a timer counting down, and you just don't know what it is. So people are going to start talking, word of mouth is going to start happening. And once the campaign launches, obviously it's going to generate so much buzz because our digital story is going to just pop up and just tell the story by itself. So I think that's how we kind of made sure that the chocolate idea isn't just there to just have an idea, but it also comes together with the guerrilla marketing strategy and everything else.
That's bold, right? And I really like that. I think that if the challenge is to associate, like if you're trying to sell Brazilian chocolate and you want to associate Brazil with chocolate, very, very good. Broader Visit Brazil campaign, I think you'd need other angles as well, but I think you deserve credit for leaning in on that. No more QR codes. Before the pandemic started, when was the last time you used a QR code? Before the pandemic.
Before the pandemic, I never used a QR code.
Exactly.
I never knew they existed.
Right? We don't want them.
Yeah.
Okay?
So no QR
First
codes.
thing, no more QR codes, anybody.
Okay.
And then the second thing, to Team One as well, why are none of your influencers going to Brazil? No one's gone to Brazil on this. You had an incentive, which I like, which was you can win a chance to go. Otherwise, no one was going to Brazil. No media were going to Brazil, no influencers were going to Brazil, no one was going to Brazil. They were going to Dubai Mall, right? We all hate Dubai Mall, right? We're not on holiday, we hate it. It's busy, et cetera, et cetera. So with your influences and things like this, again, think about like, how do I get people to the product, get people to the product, get to the people to the product. And that's it. I want to say the film is hilarious. It looked like you had a lot of fun filming it. It was very, very funny. The visuals were brilliant. At the beginning, I was laughing to myself because you were unlucky because you were presenting and I was drinking my coffee from the previous agency, right? And this has happened to us, right? We go in afterwards and there's like Sly, that you remember we had like the agency put coasters down as business cards and the client had their drinks on them and every time they took a drink, they could see them. And I like, so what we did is when they weren't looking, we took them, right? We threw them. So, but by the end of it, I'd forgotten because I think visually it was just really, really beautiful.
That was our aim.
So very, very good. I think creatively brilliant. The boldness of it, brilliant. You've leaned in on one insight, the whole chocolate thing. It's great. So yeah, a massive, massive congratulations. Yeah, really, 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 really.
Would you like to ask a question?
I think it's brilliant, by the way. I love it.
Thank you so much.
I would like to congratulate you on an excellent presentation, excellent campaign. And also, I want to recognize Khalid, the star of the film. Khalid, can you stand up, please? Thank you. Excellent. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Just what we are going to do now, the judges, we will go outside. We will have a kind of deliberation. We will choose, as I said, the best presenters, the best strategy, and the campaign, and we will come back. We will announce them, and then we will ask the judges and Suhail to hand these awards to the students. Thank you very much. So in 10 minutes, we will be back. Personally, I will say that as a faculty member, I am happy with the two teams. They really worked very hard over the semester, and they are very creative. They are very hardworking. Now, I would like to announce the awards. So I would like to kindly ask the come to the stage, to the scene. So we are going to start with the best presenter, then best strategy, best creative, best presentation, and the last one, the best campaign. Okay, so we would like to announce the best presenter. So it wasn't easy for us, but at the end, 1 minute. So at the end, we should decide for one presenter. I think the best presenter is from team number 1, and her name is Dai. Welcome. Welcome. Yeah, welcome. Come, Dai. Congratulations. We are proud of you. So you can give it to the student. Yes, thank you. Take pictures. Yeah. Congratulations. Yeah, you can stay with us. Yeah. So, second category is about strategy. So the best strategy goes this year to team number 2. Welcome to the stage. So team 2, please come to the stage. Congratulations. Oh, thank you. Great. The third category is creative, and creativity is very important, as you know. It goes also to team 2. Congratulations. Congratulations again. So now the category number 4, it's the pitch, the presentation, and in advertising, the pitch is very, very important. And this category goes to team number 1. Welcome. Team number 1. Team number 1. You can sit. You can stay here. Yeah. And because we will have a group picture at the end, all of us. Okay. So congratulations. Proud of you. And now let us announce actually the most valuable award. It's the best campaign, the integrated, the 360, the thinking, the strategy, the creative, everything goes to one thing, which is the campaign. So this year goes to team number 2. You can stay here because we will have the picture. Stay here, all of us. No, stay here. We'll have a picture. Teams, because at the end we have one class. Okay, congratulations. I would like now to ask all the teams to come on stage to have a group picture. All of you. So we have a picture. So, yeah, thank you. Yes. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you. for everybody. And special thank goes to Khalid. Really, very nice video. Thank you, Khalid. Thank you for the teams. Thank you for the judges. We are happy. So have a nice evening. Good luck. I am proud of you. Really. Oh, thank you very much. Yes? Yeah, it's nice. Great to see you again. Take care.